What's going on, everybody? Matt in the hat, Joe North Ford Lincoln Nissan here in Emporia, Kansas. I am back for episode number 36 of Car Confessions. I'm running behind this week. You guys have probably not seen a whole lot of me. I've been down for 3 days due to illness, but I'm back. So I come to you each and every week to talk about some type of sales tip, tactic, or some type of strategy, as well as alternate in some interviews with entrepreneurs and business owners. So this episode is episode number 36, 5 benefits of being an intrapreneur. And yes, I said intrapreneur, not entrepreneur. I know a lot of times if you type into Google intrapreneur, it will ask you if you meant entrepreneur. But after my video and my episode last week, I had people message me and commenting about what's an intrapreneur, do you know what you're talking about, did you spell entrepreneur wrong, and so different comments. So I wanted to address that in this episode. So the definition of an intrapreneur, even I get them mixed up, is a person that works for a large company but acts like they are the leader of a startup company. So typically they are some type of manager who has ownership over a product or an initiative. So they are often referred to as an inside entrepreneur. So first benefit of being an intrapreneur is strengthen your communication skills. What this does, like I said, typically they take ownership over some product. Maybe it's a new or innovative product, and they bring that into the workplace. And by them bringing that into the workplace, they often find themselves explaining across many departments and how the ideas contribute to the company's bottom line with this product or how it's going to change. They also use it to strengthen oral and written communication skills when it comes to building and scaling a business, because they are spearheading this new product, this new innovation. So they just take the reins and they go with it. So the business owner or the entrepreneur will rely a lot on the intrapreneur or this manager to, like I said, spearhead this and keep everybody up to date and in the know. So number 2 is it helps identify your key strengths as an intrapreneur. So this happens by working with a number of different people, leading projects, all helps to better cultivate your key strengths along the way. So whether it's the communication skills, written or oral, whether it's leadership skills, whether it's teamwork and team building skills, all these come into play and help you identify, and you can only grow those. Now, this will also tell you what areas you are weak on and need to grow, and that helps you identify so they can become a strength as well. Number 3 is develop strong leadership skills. This really will use any chance to become a leader. So when spearheading something, talking to different departments with the product launch, or keeping the engineers up to date with the marketing department, and just going across all those lines and all those facets, it really helps put them in that leadership role so they have an idea of what it's like to be an entrepreneur without that risk. It also helps refine their leadership skills and strengthen them along the way. Like I mentioned with the last one in step 2, the areas that are not strong and they may be weak, this helps them to refine those and build those along the way. So maybe instead of just being an intrapreneur, at some point they make that entrepreneurial leap with their own startup or their own company. Number 4 is uncover unique business ideas. Because with the entrepreneurial mindset, very similar to the entrepreneurial, they're more analytical. So towards the industry that they're in, the competitors that they have, they're going to be a lot more analytical and really break things down so they know the ins and the outs of everything. Also with being so analytical comes with solving unique solutions. So it's going to take them beyond their current role as a manager of this department, and they are going to be the expert of this product, of this solution, of this department. They are going to be the expert. So they are going to have everybody come to them and want to know the ins and the outs. How's this working? How do we do this? And so that's really going to play a big role into it. So before we move on to number 5, so number 1 again was strengthen your communication skills. Number 2 was identify your key strengths. 3 was develop those strong leadership skills. 4 is uncover the unique business ideas. And number 5 is building influence among colleagues as well as senior leadership. By building that positive reputation and implementing those ideas, that stands you apart from anybody else, either within that company, department, anywhere. I mean, you're building from the inside out to grow and scale this. So by implementing these ideas, you are standing out from all these other people. Then maintaining and nourishing relationships with coworkers as well as leadership, because during all of this you have to play a part. You have to keep those relationships. You have to grow to build that teamwork with your coworkers, with the leaderships, keeping them in the loop and making sure you're keeping them up to date and not leaving them out so they know what's going on as well. So there's the 5, and really what I love about Intrapreneurs is they have the best of both worlds. What I mean by that is they get paid salaries, they receive benefits, and any incentives for sales, meeting sales goals, anything like that. So they don't have the risk that the original entrepreneurs do, doing a startup with, just by themselves, no funds or limited funds. It's a new product, a new solution that they're bringing to the market. So they get all of that, but they have the competitive nature that the entrepreneurs do. So you're an entrepreneur within a business. What that allows you to do is basically run your own business within a business. So that's what I've done where I'm at now. When I was at Verizon years ago, this really is where I learned to do it, because I treated working at Verizon as my business. This was my wireless company. So any customer that came in, I would, Verizon's name was on everything, but they paid the overhead. They paid the salary for me. All I had to do was talk to my customers, talk to my people, get referrals, show them the benefits of what a smartphone could do, what a tablet could do for them, and a number of different options. And I really thrived in that business, much like I do now. Like I mentioned last week with working here at the dealership. I treat this like Matt's Motors. I mean, I do everything I possibly can to run this business. Like my dealership pays the overhead, pays the inventory. I get the advantage of selling something that isn't mine. I don't have to pay for. And finally, what I really love about the intrapreneur and entrepreneurial mindset is the rebelliousness. I mention this because they typically question everything. They challenge ideas and the status quo of why are we doing this way when we could be doing it this way, or there has to be a better way. And that's what I've set out to do in this industry, is show people there is a better way. Car buying can be fun. It doesn't have to be dreaded and be hated, and people don't want to come onto the lot, or when they do, they come up, with fisticuffs and they're ready to throw down because that's what they know. So those are my top 5, and why I personally love the entrepreneurial mindset, because that's me. It's what I do. Would love to hear your guys' comments. Love to hear you guys' feedback on this as well. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're an entrepreneur. Let me know where you work, what you do, how it works for you. Do you question everything, or do you go with the status quo? Thanks, guys. I will see you next week. Take care.